Guys, welcome. This is our very first video. So before we get started, I wanted to show you what paints I'm using in this video. So I've lined them up here and I've already pre-mixed my paint, as you can see. But maybe I'll do another video in which I show you how I mix them. But for now, these are my paints. This is the white, which is the base paint that I'm going to be using. And then you have over here bronze, some purple, some blue, a very darker blue, like a Prussian blue. And then this is an aqua green. I'm using Liquitex basics for this very first video. But you can use any paint, any acrylic paint that works for you or that you can easily buy. All right, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to flood the canvas first with white, which I've pre-mixed, just giving it a little stir. And let's get started with this. Now, a lot of people use blow dryer to spread the white. A lot of people use a spatula. A lot of people use these sticks. I have my own. I tend to use these icing spreaders. And whatever works for you, just use that. Goes on pretty smooth. You can use more white if you want. There's nothing like flooding the canvas too much. But a lot of us want to, use the paint wisely. Okay. Now I just take a lot of this and then I use it on the sides. Now you notice that I'm not wearing gloves right now. This one I decided not to. There's a different sense that you get when you can feel the paint. But a lot of people wear gloves and you can too. And I wear it a lot of the times too. So you want to flood the sides as well so that when the paint runs off the side, it has a surface to sort of move smoothly on. So I think it's a good idea to do that. Now, a lot of people paint the back, not paint, the tape off the backside. I don't. I mean, it doesn't get that dirty. Now take your blowtorch and pop any bubbles, because when you're mixing the white, a lot of bubbles tend to come. And this one I don't see many because I mixed my paint and I let it sit for a little while. So in acrylic, the bubbles come to the surface and they tend to pop. And if there are some, you can just give it a nice run with this blowtorch and just pop them. Now let's pour our paint. Okay, so no particular order, whatever works for you. I tend to like to go from darker to lighter, but sometimes you just have to see what, which colors go with which color. And whatever works for you. This is the purple. So I started with the very dark, like Prussian blue. then the lighter blue, then purple. This is the aqua green. I love blues. Most people like blues, and they do tend to come out pretty good. Now, I always like to use a metallic too, so I figured this bronze would work good in this video with these colors. Sometimes I tend to give a little bit of bronze here and there. And then I like to use a little bit of white in the puddle pour as well. Okay, now I'm going to flood it with the white. Okay. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to now use the hairdryer to get some of the white over the colors. Then they start interacting, and then I'm going to blow it out. So you're going to hear the hairdryer noise, so please bear with me. See those colors? I'm going to let it sit for two seconds. Maybe use the torch a little bit and see if anything happens. Any cells, any bubbles want to pop, this is the time to do it. All right. See, I don't use any silicone or anything in my paints, so I don't get a lot of cells, and I like it that way. All right, let's blow this up. I hope this wire doesn't come on the way, but let me try my best. Okay. Okay, so this is what I've got. It's a decent composition, but I always tend to tweak it a bit. So what you can do is you can use a straw. A lot of people use a straw. A lot of people just blow it with their mouth. So let me see what I can do with this. All right. Sorry, you're gonna see my head. See these rings that form around with the white, they look stunning. Now it looks nice when it spills out and comes off the canvas, and you know the sides also become important then. There's a lot of color over here, so I'm going to blow over here. Nice. Now it's a bit messy over here. So what I'm going to tend to do over here is I'm going to pour some white and clean that up. Because your white looks very nice, the white, which is the negative space. I feel the negative space makes the painting. The composition is as important on where you put that negative space and how clean it is. All right, so I'm gonna blow a little bit over here as well. Bear with me. Nice. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to work on this side a bit. Yeah, that's much better. You don't want the edges to look as if, you know, they've been just splattered all over. You want it to have some definition. Okay. Now right over here, I think I'm going to do a little bit. Okay, you have to blow gently because otherwise what happens is that you have like a, you know, more like a hole in the middle of your painting. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I mean, I've lost most of the browns. I'm sure it's here somewhere. So maybe I'll try to blow that side. I'll just fix this a little bit. See that? With the little edging and then the white. That looks really, to me, that's very beautiful. And then when it disappears. Okay. I do tend to tweak my painting a lot. Sometimes it works, sometimes not so much. But most of the time I make it work. I'm going to blow right over here because I think there's a lot of paint there. Yeah, I like that. And that's it. I'm gonna call it finished. I think I like this. What do you guys think? Let me know. Take you in for a close-up. I should do that so that you can see all the colors. The lighting is as good as it can be here, so let me hope that you guys can see all the details. So that's where, you know, it tends to disappear, the lines, and a lot of the white with the edging of the blues. They look really nice. So that's it. So I'm going to zoom you out. And happy painting. This is how it looks the next day. It dried pretty well. So guys, happy painting and see you in the next video. Bye.